Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to CRN. Here tonight with the Midnight Racing League here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 1.52 miles in length. Track temperature is going to be a cool 78 degrees. Air temp is going to be 78 degrees as well with a 2-mile-an-hour wind. Racing at Las Vegas here in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. It's going to be plate racing. Well, not really like plate racing, but uh, definitely going to have uh, some pack style racing as everybody's getting ready to get done with their qualifying here. Looking out there on the track, it looks like we have the number 96 of Tyler Henry in the number 88 UPS on the screen. Getting ready to do his two lone qualifying laps. Actually, he is done as of right now, sitting P at number 2. Zeb Johnson also out there. Looks like he's got a little bit of front end damage and rear end damage to that number 12 machine of the Ford F-150, but it's Las Vegas. The stakes are going to be high here tonight. Everybody's going to be wanting to get down to the inside. I ran a lot of officials here a week ago as the C Open trucks were here at Las Vegas, and if you did not protect that inside line, you were going to get freight trained on that outside. You're going to be taking a little bit of a not big, sort of say, peek down into the inside. You don't want a lot of arc into the corner. You kind of want to just let it be known that you're wanting to get down to the bottom of the racetrack. As you see it there, you got the little Legends Oval in the on the front stretch. You got the road course in the back. Nice little Nellis back stretch as well. And these corners are they're going to be high speed corners. Definitely going to be something fun to be out here and watch and get to learn and see what everybody's going to be going on and so forth. But while we have some time before these drivers get ready to get on with racing here tonight, we're going to go ahead and bring in our in race reporter. That's going to be the number 42 of Kevin Winker. Get him on, moved on up here as we find him here. We're going to be joined by the number 42, Kevin. Kevin, this is Dylan up here in the broadcast booth. Uh, it's Vegas. You're going to be rolling the dice all night. You're going to be doing what you can to get yourself up there towards the front. Obviously, looking at the qualifying order, you're going to be starting towards the back, it looks like, as rolling off P number 20. Not the best kind of lap you wanted to go there, but what's going to be the strategy for yourself to get from lap 1 to 134 and see the checkered flag?
Yeah, that was kind of the game plan going in, starting the back. I just think it's first half race can be kind of chaotic with the draft and zero fast pairs. I want to make sure I'm around the end, because you can't win on lap one and be definitely gonna lose it. So kind of starting the back was kind of the game plan all along here. And then tire saving, we only have 3 sets here. Looks like we got to pit 4 times. So you're gonna have to play that tire strategy right if you want to have a shot. But yeah, we're just gonna, long race, 134 laps. So see if we can make our way to the front and get another win on the season.
Oh, absolutely. And me and you, we were talking pre-race and just in practice. Obviously, probably about 31 to 32 laps on a tank of fuel with it being 70% fuel in the tank. So definitely going to be seeing different strategies coming out. Obviously, people are going to be short pitting to kind of minimize the pit road that they have to do. And just like you said, 3 tire sets, including the one on, or four, excuse me, including the one that you have on your truck right now. So you got the ones that you start with, and then you can only pit 3 more times for tires. So absolutely, tire saving is definitely going to be the name of the game here tonight in Vegas. I mean, it's going to be a no holds bar. I mean, it's going to be essentially plate racing at its best. I mean, you're going to be tucked up on the back bumper of somebody. Draft's going to be key. Is it? I guess you could say, is it going to be safer to be in the front, or is it going to be safer to be kind of in the mid to back of the pack?
Um, I think maybe the back or the front, definitely not the mid, because that's where all the wrecks seem to happen. But Yeah, I think about after 15 laps, tires really fall off. So you're gonna you do have to kind of manage the tires here a little bit. Not as much, as you would at say like Old Atlanta or something, but you definitely have to manage them here. So if you do get a long green flag, I think you're gonna see, the guys that know how to save kind of work their way to the front, and the guys that don't go to the back. So it's definitely not, full out, flat out every lap, but the first 15 laps are usually about that, and then once it gets spread out, so it's gonna be an interesting race. I always love running here.
Oh, absolutely. Well, buddy, get ready to get yourself up there. Get ready to go into race trim here tonight. I want to give you a big um, good luck here tonight. Hopefully, the dice are rolling in your favor. You roll triple sevens and get the win here tonight.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's going to be our in-race reporter of Kevin Winker, the number 42. Also, a big shout out on the broadcast here tonight. I was talking to Reginald Harris, and his brother has a birthday here today. Bojank from Bojack. Bojack from Bojack Trucking has a birthday here today. So from me and the CRN crew, I want to say happy birthday to him as he's going to be out here watching his brother do it down here for the race tonight. So far, look at about 27 trucks in the field here tonight. Going to be a very, very good race. We have a live race control. That's going to be Elijah in the race control department. And yeah, it's Vegas. It's definitely going to be something fun to watch. Can't wait to see what happens and to see if we just can't keep this thing at green completely 100% of the time as T minus 2 minutes and we'll be back here racing. I want to thank everybody out here who has joined along with the CRN family in and throughout everything that has been going on. Can't wait to see everything that comes on as getting ready to get this on out here. Put this on in. See if we just can't get it going for the future. Under browse. Looks like it is getting ready to go now, actually, as I was a little bit behind. Field is already doubled up. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the grid for tonight's race, if it lets me. Looks like it's not going to. But anyways, it's going to be Colton Ward on the inside of row number 1, Tyler Henry on his outside, Jamie DeVoe in P number 3, Carter Leach in 4th, and Devin Hernandez is going to be your top 5. But while we get ready to do that, green flag is out here at the Midnight Racing League, 2 by 2, going all the way through turns number 1 and 2. Oh, and we already have somebody spinning out. That's going to bring out our first caution of the night as Robert Wilhoit getting a little bit topsy-turvy going up through the gears. Not sure what happened to the number 15 machine. Oh, a big stack up right in front of him. 52 getting into the 27, the 15 getting into the number 52. And you see it there, just everybody stacking up, nowhere to go. A lot of hurt cars out here, especially right off the start. Definitely not something that a lot of these drivers wanted to see is no fast repairs here tonight. this overlay really quick. Get the qualifying off of there as well, so everybody can see that it's race and not qualifying. So give me one quick second. We'll be right back. All right, as we are back here now, getting a little bit of an update done on SDK, so give me a quick little second. But while that is going on, we're going to go ahead and try to roll down our scenes here as the 18 of Colton Ward still holding on to the race lead, the 01 in P number 2. Devin Hernandez making his way up to P number 3. A strong field here tonight. Devin Hernandez coming off of one of his really good runs last week, getting edged out by the, I believe, Justin Malakar for the race win, as Justin was P number 5, and then all of a sudden, the last lap, wrecking was ended up happening. He had the best, I guess you could say, miss of the entire season, like right then and there, going from 5th all the way up to 4th, missing all the wrecks, threading the needle, I guess you could say, down the front stretch, and then going with a lapped car on that outside to bring himself up to the front. But pace car going to go down into pit lane this time by. We're going to be stuck on this camera angle just for a short time. See if we just can't get a better start than what we had there towards the beginning. Beautiful paint schemes. At number 11 of Hewitt. And that DraftKings number 11. Excuse me. With the Black Panther on the front. Yeah, Black Panther on the hood. Then the Panther eyes on the back of that Chevy Silverado. Going to try to do what he can to get up there towards the front. Rydell, third car in line on that outside. Green flag is back out here on the speedway. Looks like a little bit of a better restart. There going into turns number 1 and 2. Going to hurry up, get single filed out. The 01 not able to get down to the inside. Jamie DeVoe is going to be stuck on that outside. Devin Hernandez is going to roll that apron as he's going to be able to make the pass on a P number 2. He's going to take it on over. Jamie DeVoe staying with him, but another caution out here on the racetrack. Not what these drivers want to see. Another name that is out here in the number 75 machine is going to be Stoney Benfield, resident pastor. Really good friends with Morgan Shepherd. He's making his debut in the Midnight Racing League. A lot of the subscribers would remember Stoney Benfield as he did a lot for CRN with the coming on board, doing some inside stuff for CRN, as he was, like I said, the resident pastor for everything, and made it look absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and see if we just can't get this on and working. Looking at it now, seems like some people having some issues out there. Correction, it is not them, it is me. I do apologize. Go ahead and get that stopped real quick. Let us get back up here into the race. So as it sits right now, Colton Ward in P number 1, Devin Hernandez in P number 2, Jamie DeVoe in 3rd, William Hewitt in 4th, Stody Bedfield rolling around in P number 5, David Rydell in P number 6, Trevor Harmson in P number 6, Dakota Dennis in 7th, Matthew Karakoffey in 8th, Aaron Stanton in 9th, Reginald Harris in the 10th position. Frank Chavez in the 11th position. Tyler Henry all the way back to P number 12. Zeb Johnson is actually, I'm going to have to wait because they just keep moving on around. So Zeb's in 12th. Tyler Henry in 13th. Connor Leach in P number 14. Noah Poole in 15th. Garrett Barber in 16th. Gordon Glidewell in P number 17. Nicholas Bass in 18th. Bryce Pegalo in 19th, Kevin Winker in P number 20, David Rydell in P number 21, Rob Wilhoit in 22nd. 23rd is going to be Jeremy Rafajian. Seth Hyman in 24th, Justin Malacher in 25th, Shane Harbin in 26th. Those are going to be your drivers here tonight. Definitely going to be something fun to watch. See a lot of drivers go from the back to the front to the back. It's not going to be the same top 5 as you normally would see. Pace car down at a pit lane this time by. Got the 18 and the 78 side by side for the next restart. Here we go. 18 off to a beautiful restart there. Justin already taking them 3 wide, going into turns number 1 and 2. You see there coming on down side by side, trying to make something happen. Try to get as many positions as you possibly can before those tires turn to mush. Following on around with the race leader is he's got Jamie DeVoe all over his rear end. You can see it, not that big of a arc for a lot of these drivers. William Hewitt right behind in that number 11 machine, trying to keep that number 75. Call 811 every time you dig. Number of Stody Benfield down on that inside. He's going to try to make his move around that number 11 machine. He's got the number 23 of Matthew right behind him, the Skyline Roofing Incorporated Ford F-150. Right behind them, they have Trevor Harmson trying to make his way up here towards the front. As we ride on board with the number 02. He's not running that white line. He's up just a little bit, which is good. By all means, just got to make sure that you don't go three wide, try to make those moves either. You can cut the apron, just got to watch where the other cars are at on the track. You don't want to come up and sideswipe somebody. It is at the racer's discretion to make sure that he knows where everybody's at when they come back up the track. See it there, a little bit of issues, it looks like, for Justin towards the back. Doing what they can do as we ride on board with the number 02. Everybody try to jockey for a position, but it looks like Jamie DeVoe looking down to the inside, not going to be able to be there. But he's really trying to get around that number 18 machine. Clean air is going to be killer here. You always want to have as much clean air as you possibly can, as anything can happen. Jamie DeVoe try to feed him a dummy, looking up high, go to swing back down low. Stony Benfield on that outside with the number 12 of Zeb Johnson on his inside. Stoney's going to end up losing maybe one or two positions if they can get this job done and clear. So far, Stoney not wanting to go anywhere. He's going to be still on that outside, trying to make anything and everything happen. Outside can really be the deciding factor on who's saving tires, who's saving what, who's doing what. As Stoney comes right down in front of the number 23, almost clears himself, but was able to get down in front of him really quick, jump back up to that outside lane, and get that train on rolling. I want to thank everybody out there who's following along with the racing series here tonight. 1,300 subscribers for CRN, and to think we didn't think, if anything of it, didn't think we're going to go anywhere with it. But I want to say thank you to everybody out there who's liked, share, subscribe to CRN. None of this would have been thought about without you guys at home watching and being great fans. I want to thank Jimmy Covert and Carl Handework for giving me the opportunity to come on board of the CRN family. Myself, Jimmy Covert, and Carl Handework all started this a little over 2 years ago, and it's definitely taken off. So I just want to thank them for giving everybody the opportunity and letting us showcase everybody's leagues throughout the year. So far, so good. You can almost see a little bit of a three wide there with Stony Bedfield, the 27 of Aaron Stanton, and the 02 of Trevor Harmson as they get that cycled back down to two wide. Definitely don't want to be three wide here early in the race. Oh, as the 01 of the number 23 kind of get together there. You see the 01 get a little bit loose. But it's Zeb Johnson going to challenge for the race lead on that outside lane. Thought maybe he was going to be clear going down the backstretch. He is, but now he's not. Colton with that inside lane advantage, doing what he needs to do and getting himself back on up there. Zeb is going to finally get clear of that number 18 machine, but how much of the tires did he use? Check it on back here with our lonely Canadian driver in the field. That's going to be Connor Leach, the number 71 machine. He's taking the easy route. He knows what the tires are. Wants to make sure he doesn't overuse those tires and gets himself back to where he wants to be and be there at the end of this thing. So far, two drivers are out of this race. Shane Harbin and David Rydell packing it up, taking it home. Gonna come back next week and try it all over again. Carter Leach kind of just sitting behind the number 78, just hanging out, not trying to overdrive his equipment, just wants to be there towards the end. Reginald Harris, the one that I was talking about earlier in the pre-race, it's all about family, as he's got the Harris Racing scheme going on there. He's got some names on it as well. I'm going to see if we just can't get any of those. See, we got Harris Racing on the back. We got Harris Racing Tango on the deck lid. We got Reggie Sr. We have, try to see who's that. I can't read that. We have a lot of drivers on, or we have a lot of family on that number 113 of Reginald Harris. E.T. Wiley III, Uncle Sonny, Biroro, Boo, Maryland. We got them all here for these drivers. Bob and Bay. See if we just can't see the other side of this beautiful number 113. We got Bojack, Jaime, Germany, Grandma. We got everybody on this number 113. Boo and Bay. That's what it is. Sorry about that. Boo and Bay. Looking on the outside of that number 01 of Jamie DeVoe. I'm going to make it easy work. Move that number 113 up to P at number 10. Already 26 laps in out of this 134 lap race here tonight. Definitely going to be fun to watch. But while we are on this first little lap stint, we're going to go ahead and crank these engines up, turn the mics down, give you guys a little bit of you love to hear it. We'll be right back. Pit road is going to be a little busy here as green flag pit stops are underway. See the top drivers coming on in down into the pit lane. Carl Leach is going to stay on out and get a lap led. He's up 3 positions from where he has started. The number 45 of Noah Poole is up 18 positions as we have a caution on the speedway. Gordon Glidewell getting, that car is a little bit of a mess here, and that Nuketown number 25 is, he's going to get off of the track. You can see it there. He's got that rear end damage. I know for a fact that truck is already loose as can be. The littlest bit of damage on that rear end is going to be a handful to drive, and you can see there he's just trying to get it off the track so people can get on by him. But that's going to bring out our second yellow flag of the race. Is going to come on lap number 40 out of 134. Looking at it now, everybody getting into pit lane using those one sets of tires. Colton is going to be your race leader as of right now. Because 134 laps is a long time. And with only 3 sets of tires, you really got to manage those tires as good as you possibly can. It's kind of like the C open style, where granted you're not running the full distance of 134 laps, you definitely got to make sure you take care of those tires. Of Aaron Stanton having a little bit of rear end damage. He's going to go down and get that fixed as much as he possibly can. Make sure he's got those tires clicked off. That way he does not burn a set. See there, let's see if the right rear tail light gets pushed back out on that number 27. Bring up the car map, the track map for everybody. That way they can see exactly what I'm seeing, and bam, there you go. 27 tail light is completely fixed. Back on out like nothing ever happened to that number 47. 25's got substantial damage on that Chevy Silverado. You can really see he's really having to turn that wheel just to kind of keep it going in the right direction. Jump on board on the inside. See just how bad this is.
Green flag, green flag.
See it there. Wheel is fully locked to the other side, but it's going to be Colton with the race lead. Going to bring these drivers back to turn number 2. See him kind of running the bottom to mid. Caution flag is going to be out once again. This is going to be for the number 12 machine of Zeb Johnson. Gonna look and see what happens here. He goes down low. Oh, he had a lot of damage on that number 12 machine. We're gonna have to go back and see exactly what happened to him. Not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't see anything, but he just kind of has no front bumper or front quarter panel, I guess you could say. See it here going down into turns number 1 and 2. He's going to go up high. Nope. Is it in 3 and 4? Yeah, not sure exactly what happened to the number 12 machine, but he ended up getting himself on up there as they're all going to go down into pit lane. Take some more fuel, top it off, and to see what they can do. Colton Ward still with the race lead. You got Connor Leach right behind him. And then right behind them, they have Rob Wilhoit, Noah Poole, and Devin Hernandez. That is your top 5. You have all the 3 makes in the top 5. You got 2 Chevys, 3 Chevys, 1 Ford, and 1 Toyota. So, Chevys not looking light in this field whatsoever. Same with Fords. It's majority Ford and Chevy, with a few, more like a couple Toyotas. Guess we'll see if we'll get the big one here tonight. For the driver's sake, hopefully we don't. As they don't get a fast repair.
Green, green, green.
Colton Hardy using that pole position to his advantage to get a really good restart, but here comes the number 15 of Rob Wilhoit to his outside. Battling for the race lead. 15 on the outside, 18 down on the inside, 71 on the outside just behind. Looking on, we're going to see what's going to happen. Freight train on the outside. 71 not able to get the pass done, but he's going to be along the door of the number 18. Still not able to get there. The more he battles, the more his tires are going to end up hating him later in the run. He's still sitting there on the outside, trying to do what he can and make it worth his while. Looking back at the number 27 of Aaron Stanton, he's kind of loving it the way that it's going right now. Kind of watching, picking his battles where he wants him. Gonna probably look down to the inside of the number 45. 45 is gonna rush up the hill, and he's gonna lose the inside. Nice two-wide racing. Good for the front of the pack and the rear of the pack. Majority of it is single file, started empty, or sitting back there and putting it on, just kind of biding his time. Being nice and patient. He's doing what he can to keep himself in that top 10. Is going to go up here with Devin Hernandez. He's got a nice cool shot of that inside lane. You can see that Seth Heyman goes from the top down to the bottom in the number 30 machine. Rob using that apron to his advantage, breaking the draft. I'm not sure if that's going to end up hurting him or helping him towards the end. All the way back over on the reach. Just can't take the run either. Robert Roy goes from the lead all the way back down to P number 4. Just like that. And Devin looking down to the inside. He's going to get the apron. He's looking to take over that position. They're behind him. They're 2 by 2 for 6 cars. Well, 7 actually. They got 4 on the top, 3 on the inside. Stoney Benfield looking out of the inside of Devin. Devin more than likely going to let him have that position. Fall right back in line and just kind of keep himself up there and just stay in the draft. Because there he goes down into turn number 3. He's going to lift just a little bit more than what he anticipated to. And let Stoney Benfield have the position free and clear. Like Seth Heyman trying to do his due diligence here, going to try to lead a lap. Make that lap led, get some extra bonus points here off of Colton Ward. persistent on wanting to be up front in the clean air, and clean air is going to be a lot here at Las Vegas. As being right up on the back bumper, you can see there, he can't really hit the bottom like he wants to. Being in that dirty arrow, the number 18, he's going to be sliding up just a little bit where the truck should kind of want to have that left front in clean air, not the right. The next gen car, you want the right side of the car in clean air, is not the left. Down into turners number 3 and 4. Once again, to turn around and take lap number 60. Bolton still with the race lead, Noah Poole. And then number 45, still up 12 positions from where he started. Bryce Piccolo in the Swedish Fish, number 39 Ford F-150. Trying to keep himself up here in the top 10. Garrett Barber, or Kevin Winker, back here with the number 25, who is currently a couple laps down, try to do what he can do. The 113, Reginald Harris, to the number 113, sitting in 13. He's kind of just chilling, biding his time. Doesn't want to do anything too dramatic. They got the 01 of Jamie High Wide Enhancement. Waiting for this race to get a little bit more spicy, as some would say, i.e. me. So if you ever hear anybody say spicy, they got it from Dill Bug. They got it from Dill. There's number 42, Remison. Fife try to do everything he can, and it's our motorsports. Last, Trevor Harmson. Sitting at P at number 11. Started midfield, able to make up that position on Devin Hernandez, keeping himself in that top 5. Good police day for number 75. Tyler Henry having some issues there. Noah Poole getting involved. Go ahead and go back and look at this quick CRN replay. See what happens to the driver of Tyler Henry. And that number 88, but 96 in our hearts. He goes off track. Not exactly sure where. Probably right here. Oh, Noah Poole gets in the outside wall. Oh, gets into the 52. The 52 slings him on around. Oh, Noah Poole gets hit in the front left. And Tyler Henry, nowhere to go to escape it. Going to go through the grass. No nose damage, surprisingly, on that number 88. Noah Poole, hard of the outside wall yet again. That rear end all crinkled up. Not what he likes to see. He's able to lock it down and get everybody on by him. He's going to start slow rolling his way to going back again. So 65 laps out of 134 are completed. Definitely going to be a barn burner here. Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to take tires? Do you want to not take tires? It's definitely going to be one of those stops where do I want to save a set for the end of the race? Or do I want to hurry up and use a second set of tires that I have? I got them, might as well use them. Or what is it going to be? Looks like Stony Benfield. Fuel only for the number 75. It's like a lot of these drivers deciding to go fuel only. To get these drivers lined back on up the way that they do, and with iRacing, obviously you see everybody passing everybody. Those are the lap down cars, so if they didn't pit, they have to go towards the back and let all the guys that are on the fresh tires or on the lead lap go up towards the front. Green flag is going to be back on out for Wood, who inherited the race lead over Colton Ward and making it work. This is going to keep it up on the outside. But it's going to be Connor Leach through turns number 1 and 2, going to be alongside of the number 11. Turn number 3 and 4. Looks like the 11 going to go ahead and let the number 71 get on by. He led his lap. Now Connor Leach wants to turn at leading his lap. Out there calling his shot. He wants the number 18, Colton Ward. Colton's got the Forky off of Toy Story on that number 18 Chevy Silverado. Starting midfield, Wake making his way up to the top 3. He's currently sitting in P number 2. The highest he has scored. Just what they look like. They're going into turn number 1. Super foul for the most part. Team all comes. Down and it's hurt. Over the bigger can. We still have that going for us. Right now, so far so good. Single file, like I said, throughout the whole entire field, side by side. Back here for Devin Hernandez and William Hewitt. And back behind them, there are even more side by side. It's just Devin Hernandez going to lose a few spots there. Nicholas Bass going on around the number 19 of Dakota Dennis. Was not full position, but more so just to get some more passes on that track. Lap number 76 out of 134 of this race is going by very quickly. There's the 39, a little bit loose. Bryce Pegalo able to save it. Not sure if he got a little bit loose running that inside or if he had help to push that rear end around. While we got some more green flag racing, and these drivers have already made their pit stops. We're going to go ahead and give you guys another. You love to hear. We're going to turn the mics down, turn these engines up. We'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and scratch that idea and give you a little bit of a caution replay here. See exactly what happened as our screen caught it just at the end of it. See if it will let us do it. There we go. Nice and slow. They're going to be 3 wide just in front of the number 39 of Bryce Pegalo. The 113 on the outside. He's got the 01. Oh, the 113 tags the wall just a little bit, and then netcode helped the 01 in the 113. The 113 in the 01 going down towards the inside wall. The 113 going to get it straightened back up. He's going to come back out on the outside, or come back up to the racetrack, right across the nose of other drivers. Does he hit the outside wall? He does. Doesn't look to be too much damage, as the 22 is going to clobber the number 113. Not what he wanted to see. He's running a very good race, and just ended up having that one little bad connection there. While we have the opportunity, we're going to go ahead and grab our in-race reporter. That's going to be Kevin Winkler, as pit stops are on the rise, and we're now joined by the number 42 of Kevin. And Kevin, so far so good, running P number 10, keeping the truck out of a lap down. You're not up there fighting like you said you weren't going to be, but what's it coming down to now here?
I think tire management. A lot of guys don't have any tires left. Yeah, I don't really know. I was kind of running around saving fuel there, but we got a couple untimed caution. I kind of threw the fuel saving out the window because like everybody could make it here on one more stop now. I just you got to kind of keep track of who you think has tires left. That's going to be critical here, but 54 laps, you can't save that much, so definitely have to pit one more time here to make it to the end. So it's going to be interesting here how these guys try to play this out here.
Now, is this going to be the point of the race where you're going to try to push it just a little bit to where you still have enough tire left at the end of the fuel run? Or is it balls to the wall? We're going to see that 42 getting all the way up to the front.
Well, I can't let all my cards show, but I don't think I'm going to push it out of the front yet. I'm going to hold some stuff back and see how stuff plays out. But yeah, it's Vegas, man, so you got to hold your cards close. You know, you can't let it all out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we get you on out of here, I know you haven't really been in the draft oh so much. You know, you've been almost coming down to a lap down or anything, something like that. But how big is having clean air on the front end of this truck?
It's huge here. I mean, I know you got the draft, but that clean air, you can just plant the truck wherever you want to go, you know. And if you get behind the truck, it just, dirty air gets pushed up. So clean air is huge here. So definitely the guy out in front definitely has a big advantage. But yeah, the draft also plays a big advantage here. So clean air is king, but also the draft. So you got to kind of pick what you want there.
All right, buddy. Well, we're going to go ahead and let you get back down there in your chat and get ready to be more focused.
Sounds good. Thank you, man.
That's going to be our in-race reporter of Kevin Winker. You heard it there. He's not going to show all of his cards. He doesn't want to show you what all he's got in his bag, but I think that might be one of the races where you're going to see him towards the front. If there's anybody out there in the race chat that wants to see an up-close personal driver, just let me know down there in the race chat. I'll be doing my best to see what all I can accomplish here as we're back to green flag racing here. Once again, going into turns number 1 and 2. Oh, Justin going on around. No caution, going to keep it green. And there it is, the yellow flag. Going to go ahead and get this rewound just a little bit and throw it in slow-mo. Actually, I guess we can roll it in real time. But, oh, big checkup on that inside. Oh, Justin will hop in just a little bit, comes back up, tags number 26. 26 got a little bit of front-end damage. Nothing too bad to where he can't fix. But look at that rear end on Justin Melliker's number 84 machine. Is he's going to have to take it down into pit lane and to get that truck repaired. Going to be a loose time for that number 84 machine. A lot of drivers going down into pit lane to get some of those damages fixed, if they had them. And others just going down into pit lane just because they want to be towards the back. Kevin Winker being one of those drivers. Didn't have any damage, nothing like that. Went down, topped off on some more fuel, and is going to bring himself back on out here towards the front. A little over 30 laps to go. Is closing on down here with 50 when we cross the line. You can see it there. The number 19's got a little bit of rear end damage. Sponsored by OnlyFans, so if you guys can, make sure you get a sponsorship money to fix that right rear quarter panel. Is getting ready to go green one more time. So get ready to go into turns number 3 and 4. Side by side. 50 laps to go. You get a nice little digger camera. These trucks slow rolling all the way around the racetrack. Barty's got the green flag in a hand. It's going to be the number 71 and the number 27 to start things off here. And we are back to green flag racing side by side down to turns number 1 and 2. Going to be a much better restart here as the 71 will be able to get clear, get all the way down to the inside. And it's going to be a train fest on that outside lane as the 27 is still not able to get themselves into the bottom lane. 3 wide racing towards that, able to make it all happen. Kevin Winker is kind of riding as of right now. He sees that this is what he's seeing in front of him. High arcs, not a lot of low arcs, and everybody trying to get themselves in a position to be there towards the end. Up towards the front though. This is what Devin Hernandez is seeing. He did see a little bit of a glimpse of 3 wide between the 12, the 27, and the number 75 of Stoney Benfield. Is Stoney looking to go down to the inside of Seth Heyman. Seth says, no, not today. I'm going to go ahead and close that door. Thank you very much. And that's all she wrote for Stoney Benfield. He's going to lose 2 spots. And Seth Heyman really throwing dangerous blocks here in front of the number 27 machine. You can only throw so many blocks until those blocks become you going the opposite way. Riding on board with the number 27 now. Down in the turn number 1 and 2. Just keep it there, left front in clean air, helping him get through the corners. But here comes Zeb Johnson on that outside. He's going to be able to get around the number 20, number 30. He's going to get clear of the number 27. Now they're going to be side by side. The 27 looking to the outside of the number 30. The 12 got to check up really big. There it is. 3-car pileup.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Oh, that was a big one. As yellow flag is out. Definitely not what you wanted to see. The 12, you see him up there on the top. He's going to check up just a little bit because he thought he was going to get the wall. 27 has nowhere to go but down. He does that. But at the same time, you got Stoney making that move down to the inside. So the 30 goes back up the track. Collects the 27. A lot of parts all over the racetrack. And just a tough break for those 3 drivers running so well, so strong towards the front of the field. And there it is, Kevin Winker skating on by. As we're going to go ahead and rewind this. Take a look from possibly Devin Hernandez's point of view here. We're going to ride on board with Devin Hernandez. And once it gets towards the wreck, we'll slow it down for you. As right here, you have a decision to make. Top, bottom, middle. Devin's got all the track he wants. But right here, that move that Stoney Benfield made, where he went below the apron, I think that kind of caught the number 30 off guard. And that just sent those 3 going on around. Something that you don't really like seeing. Kevin Winker notices all this happening. He's going to go ahead and take it on down the gears. Looking behind him, he's got to pay attention to both in front and behind, as he was able to narrowly escape all of that. But such a tough break for all those drivers involved. But I want to thank everybody out there who's following along, who has liked, shared, subscribed to CRN. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. Probably takes you 5 seconds. Hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, turn on all notifications so you guys can see anything and everything that CRN puts out throughout the entire week. And CRN has a lot of broadcasts going on throughout the week. I also want to take a time to wish all the drivers of CRN and Core Racing League that
Alright,
are
man. Like you back on the pace,
participating
though. We're not going green
in
this time. We are not
the
going
Sebring
green.
12 hour this weekend. So hats off to them, the boys and girls of CRN and everybody else out there that is partaking in the 12 hours of Sebring. I've done it 1 year, and the 1 year I did it, I ended up winning my split, and I said never again because that track is just, me and that track don't get along. It's, me in road racing, I had to have the line on, and I can't, I'm not good at memorizing road courses like that, other than Daytona road course, Watkins Glen, Sonoma, Coda, anything like that. Oh, I got it. Or Brands Hatch, Suzuka, anything that I could take from the console side, like Gran Turismo Sport or anything like that, and put it to here. I'm stellar. Put me on Monza or Donington, Le Mans, anything like that. No, I'm dog water. You might as well find another road guy because you ain't getting it with me. But definitely going to be something fun to watch throughout the weekend. Pretty sure some of the CRN guys will have their personal streams on from the 12 hours of Sebring. Pace car going to take the trip down pit road once again. Going to bring these drivers back to the green flag. 71 in the 18.
Green, green, green.
Going to do battle here. Green flag back out here on the speedway, getting up through the corners. No problems here just yet. It's down into turns number 1 and 2 beautifully. See them all fanning out 1 to 2 wide. Into turn Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I do apologize for that. Had a little bit of a internet issue. But we're back to green flag racing. Been green flag racing since that whole time. So far, it is Stony Benfield with the race lead. As actually no. So why is it? There we go. Couldn't get it to change camera view, but it's going to be Stony Benfield with the race lead. Kevin Maker looking to the outside, trying to take the race lead away from Stony Benfield. Justin, who has had a rough race out here, he's going to be multiple laps down. He's not going to be fighting for position. 104 laps remaining. That means 30 laps to go. And while we are on another green flag run, we're going to go ahead and shoot it on down to our last and final. You'll love to hear it. We'll be right back. 20 laps to go for these drivers, as you've seen there. Connor Leach threading the needle in between everybody to get himself back up towards the front, trying to get that lap back as he has done so. Well, not done just yet, but trying to lap himself. Pit roads are going to start getting hot and heavy as leaders still have to make their final pit stop of the race. It's Connor Leach. Is he driving too hard? Or does he have enough to make himself one of the top runners? Colton and Tyler both in the pit lane. The 18 and the 96 down this time by. Going to go look on board with the number 42 of Kevin Winker. Going to see when he's going to go into pit lane. 42 is coming in this time by. 75 is coming on in. But it's going to be Devin Hernandez in the number 78. Going to stay on out, get a lap lead. So lap lead for the number 78 machine, Rob Hoyt in P number 2, which is just a few trucks back. But still going to be a good one as the 71 has unlapped himself. Devin Hernandez going to go ahead and let him go on by. I believe Devin Hernandez is going to go in this time by. Now he's going to elect to stay out one more lap. So one more lap for the number 78 machine. Everybody still had to pit at least one more time. But as that is, there's Kevin Winker. He was able to, Connor Leach was able to unlap himself and stay ahead of Kevin Winker. And I think the 71 might have played the strategy to a T here. He is currently in at P number 7. But Devin Hernandez already on the apron, getting that truck load on down into pit lane. Dakota Dennis, he's going to elect to stay on out one more time. And he's going to get to lead a lap. Top 3 all changing throughout the entire run. With that being said, Colton Barry's pick in P number 9. Once everybody pits and it gets to where it needs to be, it could come down to this 18 being the front runner. As right now, the only three that need a pit are Dakota Dennis, William Hewitt, and Frank Chavez. He's got Stody Benfield right in front of him. Kevin Winker going into turn number 3, and then Connor Leach is on the front stretch. So these drivers in desperate need of a caution to bunch the field back up, but do they really want to see another caution? Benfield holding off Colton Ward for the time being. Everybody doing what they need to do. So far, so good. It still is Dakota Dennis with the race lead in the number 19. I believe that number 19 machine is going to go into pit lane this time by. It looks like he is. No, he's going to stay out one more lap. able to save enough. Is Devin Hernandez coming down on the inside, going to get his lap back. Rice going to do the same. He's got the body language like he's going to pit this time by. He's down on the inside. Yes, he is going to go down into pit lane this time by. William Hewitt going to do the same. Frank Chavez doing the exact same, but it's going to be Connor Leach coming around down the backstretch. He's going to inherit the lead from these guys. He's got a good half a turn stretch over the number 42 of Kevin Winker. Starter Benfield is going to be P number 3. And then Colton is going to be P number 4. So a whole new top 5. As Devin Hernandez able to get himself back up in the top 5 after having a strong little race. Carter Leach getting on around number 27 of Aaron Stanton on that inside. Aaron was having a really good race till he wasn't. And had that blue white incident go wrong off turn number 4. Connor Leach, playing the smart game, is now 8 laps away from his victory. As we go on board with the gyro cam onto this number 71. See just how much banking there is going through the corners. It's not really bad, but it's not terrible. Started running the middle there, I believe it looked like. But it was just him getting into the corner. Four laps to go for Connor Leach. Started Benfield able to hold off the charge from the number 18, Colton Ward. You see it there. Connor Leach slowly starting to lose that gap to the number 42 machine right on board. You see him there. The only car in front of him is that number 71. What can Kevin Winker do to get himself there? He's going to try. As of right now, gap is 1.1 and closing fast. It's under 1.1. This may be a battle of the century. Now it's under 1 second. 3 laps to go. Kevin Winker closing. And closing fast. Now it's trying to stabilize. 0.8. There goes a 0.7. He might be there. He's got to pick up a lot more than what he's picking up now. He's 0.6 behind. 0.5. If we can get him down to 0.2 or 0.4, maybe we might be able to get there. He's really got to dig deep final lap. This race is official. No more yellows. We're going for broke here. Kevin Winker on the final lap. Try to do the unthinkable. Not going to be able to get there on off turn number 2. 0.3 of a second of the gap. All the way down to 0.2. But it's going to be Connor Leach coming off turn number 3 and 4. He's going to be a winner. He's going to be able to punch his ticket here at Las Vegas to get it done. Rolling the 777s. Pit strategy worked his way. Connor Leach showing a show. Do a little bit of a drift down into turns number 1 and 2. Connor Leach is a race winner in the Midnight Racing League. A beautiful drive now into turns number 3 and 4. Going to give it another drift all the way down to the apron. Get a little bit of a wall tap here, Connor. Come on, do it for the broadcast. No wall tap. I'm going to bring it up by checkered flag once again and roast it all the way down into the grass. And we'll go ahead and get our race results up here on the screen for you. First place is going to be Connor Leach. Second is going to be Kevin Winker. Third is going to be Stoney Benfield. Fourth is going to be Colton Ward. Fifth, Devin Hernandez. Sixth, Bryce Pegalo. Sixth is Bryce Pegalo. Seventh, Tyler Henry. Eighth, Trevor Harmson. Ninth, Garrett Barber. 10th, William Hewitt. 11th, Reginald Harris. 12th, Dakota Dennis. 13th, Frank Chavez. 14th is going to be Aaron Stanton. 15th, Justin Malakar. 16th is going to be Rob Will Hoyt. 17th is going to be Zeb Johnson. 18th will be Gordon Glidewell. 19th, Seth Heyman. 20th, Nicholas Bass. 21st, Jamie DeVoe. 22nd, Jeremy Rafajian. 23rd is going to be Noah Poole. 24th, Matthew Karakoffey. 25th is going to be David Rydell. 26th will be Shane Harvin. Definitely a fun race out here tonight. Going to go ahead and get our top 3 in the broadcast booth. And man, oh man, was that a show, ladies and gentlemen. As Connor Leach burns it down one more time for us. I'll go ahead and grab our third place finisher. That's going to be Stoney Benfield. So go ahead and grab our third place finisher. That's going to be Stoney Benfield and the number 75. Stoney, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I sure do, guys. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, Stoney. A little bit of a tough race for you at hand, with it being your first race out here in the Midnight Racing League, but the preacher tends to get it done.
Yes, sir, man. I had a great time with you guys tonight, and I've just waited a little too long to make my late run, and but we had a great truck, and I'm just thankful to be third place.
Oh, absolutely. And with it being your first race out here, um, obviously can't wait to see what you bring to the table. Next week is I don't know what track we go to, is I don't find out till later in the week, but it was also always having a blast having you out here on the racetrack, spreading the good word of the Lord, and uh, just speaking to everybody out there in the broadcast world, especially you being really good friends with Morgan Shepherd and everybody out there. So glad to see you back out here on the track with us.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. My friend Morgan, he's not doing well. He's got Parkinson's. He's about 81 or 82 now, and man, he's a radiant Christian, and like me, he just wants everybody to know Jesus. And if anybody's listening and wants to hear a sermon Sunday, prospectbaptist.com. And before I get off, I want to thank my sponsors. Call 811.com, Cook's Landscaping Group, Outlier Speed Company, but most of all, man, I got to give all the praise and the glory to Jesus Christ tonight. So thank you for having me, and I hope to see you next week, Lord willing.
All right, Stody. Well, congratulations on the top 3 here tonight. Can't wait to see you next week, and yeah, have a good time here, and yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Have a great night.
You as well. That's going to be our third place finisher, Stody Benfield, Going to move on up to our second place finisher. That's going to be Kevin Winker, our in-race reporter slash one of finish P number 2. That's going to be the number 42. Kevin Winker is still below the broadcast booth to get a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. You didn't get the broadcaster curse, so that's a plus. Normally, half the time I give people the broadcaster curse whenever I A, talk about them, B, show them on the stream, or 3, have them as a in-race reporter, but that wasn't the case. But man, oh man, do we got to talk about those last 10 laps because you were cooking.
Yeah, that was a wild race. I didn't see one more lap, maybe even half a lap. I mistimed it by one lap. Congrats to Connor on holding me off there, but all race I was off strategy all race from everybody else. I intentionally qualified in the back, and then I was just saving fuel. The first 50% of the race, they were all wrecking. I just came and topped off every caution. Hoping I could figure out some kind of fuel mileage because we had the tire sets, and then I forget when I pitted there, but I knew that we all had to kind of pit one more time, so fuel mileage is kind of out the window. So I had 2 sets, while everybody else had one. So I was kind of right around top 10, and then we got a caution, I think around lap 90, and I came and bolted a set on, and I knew everybody else only had one, so they wouldn't come in and pit. So then I blew to the lead there, got like a second lead on them, and I was kind of trying to figure out when I wanted to pit there, see how big of a gap I can get, and then I seen Connor pit, and I'm like, oh, that's awfully early. Well, risky if you get a caution, but it's just awfully early. And I waited till a couple of other guys behind me kind of pitted, and then I came in and got two because I knew I had a decent gap that and two would hold on for 15 laps. So came and got two rights and tried to run Connor down, just ran a little short there, but. Overall, it was a good race. A good points night. I think I retained the points lead still, so it's a good race. It was a long race, a lot of strategy up and down, but yeah, I mean that one. Like I said, I needed one more lap, and I probably would have got him. But congrats to him on the perfect strategy call, and I'm happy with P2, overall for the night.
Oh, absolutely. I think everybody would be happy with that P2 there. And, just like you said, just a lap too late. And I think if you would have had, I would even say a lap and a half. I would say exactly a lap because the closing rate that you had, man, it looked like he was tied to a stump there, coming to one to go. But you just fall short just a little bit. But that just means what more you have to do for the next race. But congratulations on the P2 here tonight at the Viva Las Vegas. Kevin, if there's anybody on that number 42 machine you'd like to give a shout out to, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shout out to Bruce Muehlberger, Muehlberg Custom Homes, coming on board and sponsoring our league. So big shout out to him, and Lincoln Nation, my girlfriend Shauna, Brandon, Justin, Brett, Nicole, Dylan, Gordon, all them guys that come out every night and support me. I know they're probably sleeping now because it's pretty late, but thanks to them for tuning in and giving all support. Nate Cogdale at Sonic Graphic Design for the paint. If you need any paint stickers, t-shirts, any of that stuff, check them out, Sonic Graphic Design. Shout out to Connor, for executing that plan to a T. I mean, that's what it takes to win these races. You got to be on all 8 cylinders, and he definitely wants tonight. So, congrats to him. All the league admins that put this on. I know it's a lot of work to keep it run smooth and all that. So, shout out to them, and then shout out to you for the broadcast. We appreciate it, and we'll go on to I think next week's the last race before the playoffs, and obviously I'm locked in, so we're just gonna try and see if we can go get another win next week before we start the playoffs.
All right, buddy. Well, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here, celebrate that second place finish, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Sounds good. Thank you, man.
That's going to be our second place finisher of Kevin Winker. Going to go ahead and move on up to our race winner. That's going to be the number 71, the Lonely Canadian, Connor Leach. Connor, this is Dylan in the broadcast booth to get a copy.
Hey, I got you.
All right, Connor. Yeah, you are. You are the only Canadian out here.
Oh, shoot.
Well, you showed up America. How about that? Okay.
Here we go.
I'm just, hey, it's all fun over here. But man, what about that strategy call? After last week having a little bit of technical difficulties at Daytona, you come back here and pretty much showed everybody who's boss and who runs Las Vegas.
I guess. I mean, honestly, I was a little off strategy. There was that one that I guess the last caution that came out, I had kind of thought about maybe this would be a good time to pit, but I just the way it came out, we were just going across the stripe and we had to wait for the pace car, and I didn't wait up enough, and then by the time I was like, oh shoot, the pace car's still not catching up. Oh, I guess I can't pit now, so I didn't pit, and then I don't know, I was kind of just driving along, losing positions, and I looked at the relative, and there was I kind of figured if I did pit, I would be probably the only car a lap down at that point. I was like, well, if I pit, I still had another set of tires that I never even used, so I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just gamble, and if it stays green, it might work, it might not. I don't know. I didn't really think too far ahead. I was just kind of done with getting passed by people, so I came down and pit, and then I was full throttle for probably 10 or 15 laps, just passing people as quick as I could, and then I saw Winker, he had pit, and I was going, well, saw him kind of catching up, and I was getting a little worried and watching the laps click down and how much he was catching up on it. This is going to be really, really tight here. And I think, like he said, if he had another half a lap, he'd have been there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the crazy part is he only took 2 tires on that last stop. Me personally,
Oh,
I didn't think 2 tires was gonna catch up that quick as compared to 4 tires, but he made me a believer, especially
yeah. No,
with the 2 tire call.
yeah. It seemed to work. 'Cause, I mean, it was really the right sides that were getting the most wear. So I like the call, but I bet you if he put four on, he'd have passed me.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's a
Hard
tale
to say.
for
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Tale for another tape, I guess one could say. But you slicing through the field, and then that risky little three wide maneuver that you pulled on Dakota Dennis. I thought
Oh,
for
you
sure
didn't see
Dakota.
that, did you?
Oh, I did see that. I did. I did. That's why I called it
Uh,
out.
yeah, it
Uh,
was a little tight. I
but
kind of washed up the track some once I got in that position. I go, oh shoot! I hope this guy on my outside sees what I'm doing here.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, you made it work the way that you needed to. You're able to capitalize on a win, put yourself into the playoffs, and I mean that's all you got to wait for is the playoffs now. Now that you got the win, is it more of getting more wins, or is it more of setting yourself up better for the playoffs?
I think it's just go out and race, and I mean, if I can get a win, I'll take a win. But I mean, if it isn't in the cards, like honestly, tonight I was kind of happy with just being the first car a lap down. Once I pit, if a caution were to come out, it could have played out a whole different way. But we got a little lucky there. Just decided kind of out of the blue to maybe I'll pit. I'm tired of running around here with these old tires that have been on for a long time, and then yeah, it worked out. But yeah, I think going into, I guess I'll be in the playoffs, so hopefully we can have some good finishes. I mean, a win's great, but I'll try to get it best a position as I can get with whatever strategy I come up with.
Oh, absolutely. But well, Connor, before we let you get on out of here and enjoy the race win here tonight, if there's anybody on that number 71 machine you'd like to give a shout out to, the floor is yours.
I guess we got on the back bumper there. We got Sisk Speed Shop. It's a fella I run with in another league, Caleb Sisk, and he helped me out a while back on just getting a little bit quicker and kind of made a few things click. And then Nick Biddy Designs, he made the paint scheme for the truck and looks good with the right light. We get a little bit of chrome shining. And then yeah, I guess you for putting on the broadcast, and then Justin and all his team for putting on the league. It's a new league. There's lots to learn, but they're doing a good job so far.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here, celebrate that race win, kind of debrief with the guys up there, and can't wait to see what you got next week.
Alrighty, thank you.
That's going to do it for the race winner here tonight of Connor Leach. Let's go do it for myself up here in the broadcast booth as well. Currently 3 a.m. on my side of things, but 134 laps up, 134 laps down. Can't say too much about it. It was a very quick race here at Las Vegas. It's a night. It's a quiet night here in Viva Las Vegas, so I think Connor better take his luck and go hit the slots and to see if he just can't win big. But that's going to do it for myself up here in the broadcast booth for CRN. My name is Dylan McDonald. Make sure you guys take care Brush your hair.